Hi, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Danielle Guminski, and I am an average person just like you. I'm from a small town in western Kentucky called Paducah. I started my business with Market America a little over 2 years ago because I was overweight and miserable in my own skin after having my 5th baby. Thanks to the help of our amazing products, I went from a size 16-18 to a 6'8" and ran a half marathon. I've had so many obstacles in my path throughout my business journey. First off, I was computer stupid. Seriously, I was. I didn't know how to copy and paste, create files, make contact lists, yet I had an internet-based business. I had to stay up late after the kids went to bed to learn how to use my computer and to learn about our business. It was exhausting, but I did it. The one thing I knew how to do well was Facebook. So I did. I posted about my weight loss to inspire others and to keep myself accountable. This helped me to become an executive coordinator in 10 weeks. So now it's time for World Conference 2014. And my sponsor, Stacy McKinney, is telling me that if I want to grow my business, I need to be there. But I had never left my kids or my husband, and I was scared. I said, "Can't you just go and tell me what you learn?" She laughed and said, "No, you need to go." So I talked to my husband, and we made it happen. I had to travel to Miami by myself, which I had never done before. I left my hometown driving through an ice storm, then torrential rain on bald tires. My car was like shimmying, and I'm going, "Oh dear God, I'm going to die." I literally kissed the ground when I made it to the Nashville airport. But you know what? It was worth it. I was in awe about Market America. Hearing JR's passion in person, it gave me a desire to grow this business, to fully understand what everybody was so excited about. A month later, I went ahead and drove 10 hours with Stacy and our daughters to go hear Jim Winkler speak. Stacy said, "You got to go to this. You got to hear Jim. He's amazing." Jim's story brought tears to my eyes. I was motivated more than I ever thought possible. Jim said, "Build the business strong now when you don't need it, so that it's there when you do need it." And these were very powerful words to me. Thank you, Jim. Since my husband is a police officer, it's always in the back of my mind that something bad's going to happen to him. Never to me, because we're women, we're invincible. So I used this motivation that Jim gave me to build my business. I went to nutrimetrics training. I went to several locals with my team. And these weren't close to us. We had to travel 6 to 10 hours to get to these events, packed into the car. I focused on helping my team grow their business. And I've got to tell you, it's one of the most beautiful feelings in the world to see your team and your friends and your partners succeed and grow their business. I focused on helping to get my clients healthy and to feel good about themselves. Because you see, our business, it's about teamwork. It's about helping each other to be our best and to become true partners. I became a master coordinator and senior master coordinator in the same week. I printed out the paperwork for the President's Challenge, never thinking that I would hit it, but to use it as a roadmap to success, because I heard JR say that. That roadmap led me to actually hitting the President's Challenge at International Convention 2014. This convention lit my fire even brighter. I was excited, and my team was excited. We worked together, and we helped each other grow. But here comes another obstacle. I found out that I was pregnant with baby number 6. Yes, I am a baby factory. But instead of using my pregnancy as an excuse to slow down or to quit, I used it as my motivation to do more. So I became a professional coordinator. I could have used my pregnancy as an excuse not to go to World Conference 2015. But I don't like excuses. Instead of going by myself this time, 7 of my downline attended Miami with me. And we had a blast. Their fire was ignited when they felt the passion and the excitement of our business. And I remember telling Jim Winkler that I was going to hit 2 pin levels by August. And he smiled his big grin. Pretty sure he thought I was crazy. But you have to put your goals out there. This is what makes them real. So I came home from Miami, and I became a supervising coordinator and a national supervising coordinator within 2 months. So I had grown a successful business, but not on my own, because it truly takes teamwork. It takes getting your people to the events so that they can feel the excitement and set their goals. And I knew that I needed a plan in place for when I had my sweet baby girl. So I started working really hard with my Go Nows. These Go Nows, oh, there was Miami. These Go Nows turned into fabulous leaders. They rose to master coordinators and senior master coordinators. They were now working with their teams and learning all that they could about the business. And this was beautiful. They were having HBPs on their own. They were now leaders, not followers. I gave birth to my sweet Katie Pearl on June 5th. And she was gorgeous and perfectly healthy. And my family was over the moon excited, and I thought my life was complete. But here comes another obstacle. When my sweet baby girl was only 3 weeks old, I had a lymph node biopsy. When she was 5 weeks old, I was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma, cancer. And my world tried to crash around me, but God lifted me up, and he literally wrapped his arms around me and said, "You'll be okay." I had a port put in so that I could start my chemotherapy. And I remember laying on my stretcher waiting to go back for surgery when a pool commercial came on the TV. And I started bawling like a baby because, you see, my last normal day before hearing those awful words, "You've got cancer," was spent with the pool guy spray painting our backyard to finally fill my children's dream of having their own pool, a dream that we had been saving for years. I was crying because my kids, they were supposed to be getting their pool, and instead they were dealing with their mom having cancer. Instead of letting this devastating news break me down, I let the prayers and the faith of my family and my friends lift me up so that I could be strong for my family and for my business. I started chemo in July. Had to wear my tiara because you got to have fun at chemo, right? But I learned to embrace the suck because things could always be worse. It could have been one of my kids with cancer instead of me. I received a call from Jim after my first chemo treatment, and he was calling to tell me that I had won the fastest growing business of 2015. This came as a total surprise to me because I honestly did not think I was doing anything special. Jim had told me early because he knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to Greensboro for the convention. You see, my first chemo treatment bottomed out my white blood cell count, leaving me highly susceptible to an infection. But I told Jim, if my white counts come up, I will be at convention. And once again, I'm pretty sure he thought I was crazy. And Andrew. But my white counts did come up. So I drove that 10-hour drive by myself to international convention. Do you want to know why I did this? Because there are no excuses. If you want to grow your business, you're going to get to convention. You will do whatever you have to do to make it happen. My team overcame their obstacles, and I have 22 of my downline here with me today. 22. Weeks before we even left to come here, my team was buying their tickets for Greensboro, 7 months away. Do you know why they did this? Because they want to grow their business. They see the importance of getting to the events. You have to stop making excuses for why you can't do this. Embrace the suck in your life. Turn your excuses into the reasons for growing this business. Now, I'm still a cancer patient. I've got my lovely port. I've had 12 rounds of chemo with, God willing, only 4 more to go. But that's still no excuse for growing my business. That's no excuse to not help my team grow their business. And I took Jim's words to heart. And I will forever be thankful that he shared his family's story with me to that day. I was very nervous about getting up here because I'm not a speaker. But one of my girls told me, she said, "Don't be nervous because you're speaking to family." She was right. We are one big Market America family. And I cannot wait to see you all in Greensboro. My family. Thank you. Thank you so much.